And hello again, everyone. Delvin Seek back again for part 2 of our Let's Play Star Wars series. This time looking at Star Wars Interregnum, which is a mod for Sins of a Solar Empire game. Last episode, we were basically just getting started, established on this little corner of the galaxy. And I've very quickly, before starting recording this episode, just gone in and I think if you remember, I hadn't quite finished conquering this planet. I've since gone in and added in a station, which I'm just going to update the fighters. By the way, in case you're wondering why I do more of the B-Wings and the A-Wings than the X-Wings and the Y-Wings, is because when they get destroyed and they get rebuilt, it uses less energy. Using the X-Wings and the Y-Wings, so I tend to have those on the spaceships, and then on the space stations tend to have the more advanced fighters. Just as a side note, thought I'd let you know that. So we're getting ready to start expanding out from here now. So I've quite sort of like firmly established defence, but loads of gun emplacements here, because an attack will come here. But I think the next thing that I kind of want to do is start to move across in this direction, and this for two reasons. One, I want to expand into the wormhole so that I can start moving some forces down here to help out my ally down here, perhaps sort of set up some star bases, but it will also expand my trade network further across the galaxy, which is more money. But secondly as well, expand across here so I can directly link up with the ally. And then the other reason is, so on this this particular map for Star Wars, there's some special planets on here. Now, when I say special planets, there's like for example, this one is Kessel. So, and Kessel, if you own Kessel, you get a massive increase to trade income. So you can see on the thing that's a 500% increase to trade income. Not too shabby. I also like how they've done the little cloud thing around it as well. On this one, for example, is Biss. Now, from people who know Legends and Expanded Universe, what I understand, Biss is sort of somewhere that features sort of quite a few times in the comics and the books. But just like the planets, if you capture this, there's a spaceport you can capture on this planet, which enables you to construct the Eclipse Super Star Destroyer. And once you've leveled up that Super Star Destroyer, you can then do the Death Star laser beam to destroy ships, or to in fact destroy planets. So, which is quite a overpowered thing to have. So, and if I don't get that, I want to make sure my enemies don't get that. And then we've got Fondor, which is a well-known place in Legends for starship construction. And on Fondor you can construct a Super Star Destroyer there. And the same on Kuat, where basically you can construct the Executor class Super Star Destroyer. And any side can do that. But the one that I'm kind of after, because I want to stay purist to my Rebel Alliance thing, is Mon Cala. And you can see here, you can rename things, but ironically, the game has named this Biss, but the type of planet it is Mon Cala. And that will enable me to build another Mon Cala Titan class. So at the moment, I've got one Titan class cruiser, which is Home 1, and you're only actually normally allowed, you can only build one of those in a game, unless you own one of these other planets that enables you to build it. So I think that is going to be one of my sort of like missions, is to move across here and then down here and capture this and create myself so that I can get 2 fleets going with 2 Titans, which one for defense and one for attack. So let's get started. So first things first, do I need to build up what's already in my fleet? Have I taken some losses? Yeah, I don't have a particularly strong fleet here. What I might do is build up a little bit more. Something else that I've done off screen is on the research thing. I've gone in and I've researched this thing called Heroic Valor, which unlocks hero ships. So, and the hero ships are now starting to spawn and appear. So this is, I think this is a Bothan attack cruiser. Yeah, I could just be completely making that up. In fact, I very much might be. But oh no! There's a picture of a Bothan there, so we are now calling this a Bothan attack cruiser. So let's move that one down there. Han Solo should appear in a moment. Oh, and look at that, he does appear at the moment. And he gets his own ship. Would have quite liked to see him in the Millennium Falcon. Although ironically, when you do level up Home 1 far enough, you do actually get the Millennium Falcon, but it's Lando as Gold Leader, and he will periodically spawn and just blow every single fighter apart, which is good. And then we've got one other ship that's coming. It's a little bit weak actually. It's Garm LB. He was the Corellian senator. In Legends, there used to be 3 senators who started the Rebel Alliance. It was Bail Organa, Mon Mothma, and Garm Iblis, the Corellian senator. And there was always tension between Mon Mothma and Garm, which gets sorted out in the Heir to the Empire sort of like series. So let's build up a little bit more in terms of ships. So let's have a few more capital ships, and we've got quite a few bits and pieces. I've also gone in and I've leveled up, in your absence, leveled up some of the research as well. What I'm going to add on here is something called, that I researched, is called an Insurrection Centre, and that I can post down, and what that will do is periodically it will launch attacks on enemy homeworlds, which will likely be sort of like crushed, but it's just a way of basically harassing guerrilla attacks on my enemies, which I think is quite good. So let's have a few more of these sorts of ships. And then there we go. And let's speed that up a little bit.
Standing by. Our allies' planet is under siege.
Yep.
Allied backup has arrived.
Quite like those little Mon Cala, very smaller cruisers. They're quite tough. Here we go. And here is the other cruiser that I was talking about.
Allied backup has arrived.
And that is General Iblis. Now, he's on a dreadnought class, sort of like a cruiser, and I've always thought this one's a little bit weak. So what I tend to do actually is I pop him down on guard duty, on perhaps one of my weaker flanks.
A friendly fleet has arrived. Awaiting orders.
There we go.
Our backup is joining the fight.
Look at that.
Nebulon B frigate here. Frigate standing by.
Right, so what we also want to do, because I've got loads of cruisers coming over, but I forgot to add in some capital ships. So this time I've got that one and that one, so I now want to add in a winged star cruiser and an MC-80 star cruiser as well, so build up some capital ships. Because one thing the Empire does is build up capital ships, and the capital ships can be quite powerful. And the same way that I have hero ships, they have hero ships as well. So some of their hero ships are Admiral Piet, Vader comes in the form of a Super Star Destroyer, which is fun. And there's also Grand Admiral Thrawn, who turns up at some point. And they have quite a choice of Star Destroyers. So there's not too much here, but I know as soon as I attack that, they're either going to attack there or they'll start chucking stuff at me. So, whenever you're ready. But I've also, oh look, there we go. The winged Mon Cala cruiser. Pretty looking ship. Always liked the Mon Cala cruisers. I know they look quite organic, but always liked them. There we go. Oh, did you not want to? Oh, there we go. You've done it now. There we go. And right.
Standing by.
Let's start building up.
Responding. Captain here. Allied forces are being attacked.
Some of the fighters. That should be in there.
We have our full attention.
Whew. Oh, we're getting there. It's not a bad fighting force being developed there. Should make short work. What's in here? Dauntless heavy cruiser. That's a Celestian faction there. You can actually make the Dauntless cruiser yourself, so I'm not too bothered about conquering that one. Mimbarm, planetary defense systems, defensive raids. Yeah, that's nice, I suppose. There are other sort of minor factions later on with these things where you can build a munificent sort of like a ship, the ones from the Phantom Menace. Oh, and the one that I forgot to mention earlier about that is Mandalore. Now you can actually conquer Mandalore and start building Mandalorian cruisers and things. Now this, you can like, build those sort of like type cruisers, which are quite overpowered. But that's quite, you have to be quite developed size fleet to be able to take that planet on. But who knows, we might get there. Who knows? Right.
What do you need, kid?
What do we need? What do we need? We need you all to hurry up. So let's speed things up a little bit.
Allied forces are being attacked.
Corvette moving out. Corvette moving out.
Awaiting orders.
Allied backup has arrived.
Gunboat here, sir.
Loud and clear. Allied backup has arrived.
Right. So this cruiser is quite good for launching A-wings. Now I like this one. I tend to sort of really focus on building up the A-wings on this one. The A-wings are great for taking out enemy fighters.
Power surge of great magnitude has been detected.
And I think
Allied backup has arrived.
I think that's all the ship's done. So, oh,
Power surge of great
what
magnitude
am I
has been
missing?
detected.
That's it. Right,
Intel reports an
let's
intended
go.
pirate raid. Allied backup has arrived. An Allied colony has been lost. The price on our head has increased.
Let's speed you up a little bit.
Allied backup has arrived. A friendly fleet has arrived. Our backup is joining the fight. Hostile forces have arrived.
Oh, and here we go, going through hyperspace.
Allied capital ship is
Yeah, they didn't really stand a chance, did they?
Ready for command.
So they've leveled up a little bit,
Got you on the comm.
which is good. Now, something else that we want to do at this point, because this is a wormhole, and you can't colonize this, but I do want to have some defenses here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a couple of these Gallifrey transports and a starbase constructor. And the Gallifrey transports, other than simply as acting as target practice for Rebel for Imperials in Star Wars, they transport troops. They're also ships that help colonize planets. I can take over sort of enemy mining facilities, for example, and you can see here
Transport ready.
another expanded universe reference. There's the Katana fleet that is basically stranded here, and the Gallifrey transports will come in and they will take over the dreadnought, all these dreadnoughts, and then what I should do is I should send them over to where Garmbel Iblis is, and they can basically there'll be a nice little dreadnought force there. But there is another reason for why I have asked
Transport ready. I'm on it.
for a Gallifrey transport to come over, and hopefully it will be making its way fairly soon. And it's this, and that is building a construction base, and that basically builds a temporary sort of base where there is no planet, where you wouldn't normally sort of like be able to build a star, and it will enable you to build certain structures. And I don't know if you remember, actually let's build it. It builds it randomly, unfortunately. You can't sort of like pick to select where it goes. Those of you who played X-Wing Alliance, the Azamine base, the Azamine family, you'll remember this base basically being that base, which is a nice throwback. But if you click on it, you can see there's a repair factory and also a fighter factory, which is quite good.
Yes, sir.
Now, so let's also go in and capture object. Let's start capturing some of these things, and there we go. We see we've now got
Orbital command available.
and let's put that on autocast. So if I right click on something, normally it means it's an autocast. So I've now got a few of
Heading out.
those Gallifrey, and there we go. Here is a Star Destroyer, a Victory Star Destroyer that has come over. But it sees that it's heavily outnumbered. It's having a go. It's having a little bit of a go. So I personally feel as though we should kill that. Yep, on we go, everyone. But we probably won't be able to
Yes, sir.
get there in time, unfortunately.
Transport away.
So here comes the Starbase constructor, which is good. So I can now build that quite close to the wormhole ring and near the repair platform and the other platforms. So essentially, if anything does happen on the other end of the wormhole and they all start piling through, or something comes from nearby wanting to go through, I'm now defending that with this wormhole. Once that gets established. So let's speed things up for a little bit.
Allied backup has arrived. Our allies' planet
Yeah, look at that. There's a lot of build-up going on there. Let's see what's going on there. Oh, it's not too bad. Oh, those are nightmares. Those are essentially long-range artillery, and they can blow up if there's enough of them. And what the AI tends to do actually is spam build those to sort of like just come in. When I see a fleet jump in and it's full of loads of those, I tend to target the long-range artillery straight away because they can take out a starbase. The starbase can go head to toe against a number of capital ships, but those little bastards take out my star bases pretty quickly. Here we go, there's another one there, and there we have it. That starbase is built. The other thing about having starbase here is I get to extend my trade network as well, which at the moment you can see is moving all the way down there. That's the longest sort of like run. In a moment I suspect that will move over. Yeah, see there. They're having a go. They're having a go. Right, let's have a look to see where my here we go, Katana fleet. Off you go, over there. Katana fleet.
Right away.
Off you jog on, son.
Friendly fleet has arrived.
Weapons ready.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
That's nice.
I copy.
And Katana
Heading
fleet.
out.
Off we jolly well go. So I'm also going to move one of these over there as well, and the reason being is in case anything happens and I do end up losing that planet or recolonize it, but it also what it does is it will build an ion cannon on there as well, which forms an extra form of defense from attacking fleets, which is nice. I know it doesn't seem like I'm actually doing much, but I'm sort of building up to it. I'm building up to it. Oh, no, don't want to do that. I want that.
Our backup is joining the fight.
The backup is joining the fight. Where are they then? Over here. Okay. There we go. And that's another. Oh, goody. Right.
Orbital command available.
Let's take that off autocast.
Waiting orders. I copy. Heading out.
A friendly fleet has arrived.
Where do you want it? On my way. Yes, Commander. Let's move out. Where do you want it? Transport away.
Allied forces are being attacked.
Alright, so just moving off those dreadnoughts, which is good.
Hostile forces have arrived. Our fleet is under attack.
Sometimes they just won't autocast, which is kind of annoying.
Yes, sir.
Our allies' planet is under siege.
Transport away.
Reporting in. Allied backup has
Alright,
arrived.
there we go.
Acknowledged.
Off we jolly well go. Let's attack the next one.
The power surge of great magnitude has been detected.
Station ready.
Not quite fully upgraded yet, but on the way.
Friendly fleet has arrived.
Oh,
Planet is under siege.
no, I still want you to go there. Thank you very much. But what I probably want to do
Allied forces are being attacked.
is build up my fleet capacity and have another fleet, a few capital ships just nearby so that I can send them to assist either there or there if there's a counter-attack, which I suspect there might be. However,
Backup is joining the fight.
this is going to be a semi-decent attack, so because they've got a starbase, this is an Imperial starbase here, which we're going to be attacking in a moment, and they've also got a Golan 3 defense platform going on there, which is a little bit of an annoyance, but nothing we can't handle. It looks like the fleet is bugging out because they're Imperial cowards. Martin made a comment on my first video from a long time ago about doing a video game of this, and I just there is an online a joint sort of where you can play online with people. I know Martin would choose the Empire. I know he would choose the Empire, and he would probably utterly destroy me in a game. So I think we might play something that's a little bit not quite so competitive. Because I think I would lose.
A friendly fleet has arrived.
There we go. It's all upgraded.
Allied forces are
So
being attacked.
what I also want to do is over here send over a actually let's do a couple there, and starbase constructors to get that ready to protect that. But also let's have a look. Have I noticed here? I haven't researched wormhole navigation yet, which I need.
Altitude has been detected.
I also haven't researched those planet types. Haven't researched much in this. Basically increases your culture spread. This actually, let's go into this now. Bothan spies and Jaws explorers. Basically this opens up what we can see in the galaxy. So we'll, in a moment, once those are researched, we'll start to see lots of ship movements and things like that, so I can see what the enemies are up to. But it looks as though sort of like the galaxy is fully explored now. So we can see we've only got a small little corner of it up here. There's sort of quite a bit of an expansion from the Empire. This is our AI ally, and this is the other Empire faction over here. So what I kind of want to do is join up with this relatively quickly so that we can support each other a little bit, and then probably take over, destroy them, and then work on sort of one of each, one of these, probably not both at the same time, and take over these things in the middle so that we can completely obliterate them. Oh, there's quite a few there. They look as though they're starting to be prepared or get prepared, but it won't help them. Yeah, as I expected, short work on this planet.
We've wiped out an enemy colony.
Of course we have. So, we've now got
Fleet is under attack. A friendly
space for a couple of capital ships. So I'm going to do one of those and one of those, and basically just get a little fleet going. I'm going to need more.
Corvette moving out. A power surge of great magnitude has been detected.
I don't need that. We also want the Carillion explorers. Whilst good for sort of that, are also quite good as mine hunters. So there's a couple of enemy mines here which are causing damage to my ships because they can't see where the mines are. So the Corellian scouts will go in and they will spot the mines and they will destroy them. So we've also got that inhospitable planet, which fortunately... Oh no, I've researched it now. I hadn't researched it a moment ago, now I have, and it's enabling me to colonise it, which is good. In cooperation, I'm now going to start doing my ambassadorship and some various bits and pieces which will enable me to basically support my allies in a moment, because it won't be long before we are joined up. Yeah.
Yes, Commander.
Who are you?
Allied backup has arrived.
You are Debris. That's who you are. Okay.
Research complete.
Prepare the jump to hyperspace.
Marauder
One of
cruiser
you is
here.
going to build a... Pretty sure it was you.
Awaiting orders.
There we go.
A friendly fleet has arrived. Power surge of great magnitude has been detected.
Oh, someone else is...
A friendly fleet has arrived.
That power surge of great magnitude is usually the enemy's weapon firing, which is a long-range missile which wipes out
Structure complete.
the hold I might have on a base, which is why it's important to get a star base in there with
Backup is joining
the research to stop us from losing the planet.
research complete.
And I was not quick enough.
Power surge of magnitude has been detected.
Just to let you know, I'm doing a little exploring the planet on here, and what that does is enable us to find sort of different artifacts. Now, I did it earlier off screen on this one, and I managed to find one artifact on there, which was this one, which is tax income growth rates and growth rate increase. It's basically linked to population growth. But the idea is sort of like get a few of those. There's quite a few of these in the game, which are sort of like quite good. Some of them are linked to like shields and weapon fire and all sorts of stuff. They're pretty nifty actually.
Our backup is joining the fight.
Nifty, that's a word I haven't used in a while.
Friendly fleet has arrived.
Okay, so I did that insurrection centre. Hasn't really, because I haven't set it to autocast because you're a moron.
Our fleet is under attack.
And I think I've actually got, I can build another one. There's only a limit of how many of these you can build.
Allied backup has arrived.
So I had a couple of those, and it has now
Intel reports an impending
autocasted straight away on the next planet that I am going to attack.
become more profitable.
And you see it basically just sends in a little raid. And that is, yeah, they're starting to build up some of their resources. And yeah, so that is, ooh, little Aquitins cruiser. So that's going to be a challenge, that one. And that is going to be next.
A friendly fleet has arrived.
So let's start building up a little bit of defense on this planet.
Research complete.
Alright, I don't really need any of the research because all the research is pretty much done. But I do need the trade. I do need this here basically is a little resource, this manufacturing centre. What it does, it sends out refinery ships to nearby planets to collect metal and crystal, and it's quite handy to build things up. And I've just put in a star base there for two reasons. One, it acts as a way of repairing local buildings, and I can just very, very quickly sort of like build some smaller ships, which I will probably need.
Planet development finished.
There we go.
Station ready.
There we go. That's all pretty much.
Our backup is joining the fight. There is no
So
further in attacking an empire.
now we come to it.
Frequency open.
A friendly fleet has arrived.
Coordinates received.
Will this be enough to take it out? I wonder.
Magnitude has been detected.
Probably not.
Awaiting orders.
Right, so I've now got all those done and ready, so I can move those over.
Hostiles.
Ooh.
Our backup is joining the fight.
This is where sometimes what I do is I do a quick save here, just in case this attack goes horrendously wrong and I need to evacuate. But do you know what? There's nothing wrong with retreating as well if something's not quite going right. Just going on here because I don't think... Yeah, no, I haven't. I haven't updated the fighters on this one, and that's the kind of the one that I need. Is the fighters. Okay, so we've done that now.
An allied colony has been lost.
Oh. Well, that's good timing. All those Star Destroyers appear to have left orbit, which is good.
Allied backup has arrived.
And here we go.
Has detected inbound hostiles.
Right, first things first, let's get rid of that star base, because that's kind of annoying. There we go. We'll make short work of that.
Nominal status.
Oh, blimey.
Friendly fleet has arrived.
Okay.
Loud and clear.
What's loud and clear?
Reading you.
A power surge of great magnitude has been detected.
Ready for command. Cruiser standing by.
A friendly fleet has arrived. Our fleet is under attack.
Oh, look at that. Okay, so I think I had another Starbase Constructor, which I did. So let's go in and build one of that. Actually, do you know what? I'm going to build that there, because I think if anything, attack is going to come from that direction. And I probably
Station ready.
should have thought about that.
A friendly fleet has arrived.
Yes. Here we go.
Allied backup has arrived.
Yep, I thought that was going to be a challenge, but... Oh no.
Power surge of great magnitude has been detected.
Goodbye, Star Destroyer.
Complete. Structure complete. Allied backup has arrived. Structure complete. A friendly fleet has arrived.
Let's put it on cinematic mode, just temporarily.
The planet is under siege. Allied backup has arrived. Wiped out the enemy colony. A friendly fleet has arrived. Our backup is joining the fight. Hostile forces have arrived.
There we go. Starbase is building.
Phase jump complete.
Let's get those. Now, because I did some of that work quite early on around the economy, I now don't have to worry really too much about sort of like money coming in at this point, because as I'm going along, I'm expanding my trade network. I've done some research to reduce costings in certain areas.
Our fleet is under attack.
Oh dear. That was a bit stupid, just coming in by yourself. Oh dear. Right, not sure how we're doing for time, but I think so this is the base. Oh, right, now this is excellent timing. excellent timing. So what I'm gonna do is move this close to down here. Now the Empire has tried to attack and has basically cleared out all the support from Mon Cala and just leaving the Titan. So they've actually done all the hard work for me there, and what I'm going to do is swoop in right at the very end and take it out. And in fact my ally has taken out Kuat, so they now have access to Super Star Destroyers, which is pretty cool. And what I'm going to do is just very quickly so that's all going there. I'm now going to go in and take that place over because I can, and that will probably be where I finish today's episode. Is after that, and I need to send in one of those because that there needs to be captured and that there needs to be captured, and I think some of these might need to be captured as well. They can't be destroyed, they have to be captured. So there's a couple of ships there. There we go. So first things first, unfortunately I don't really want to do this, but I have to destroy sorry about that.
Allied backup has arrived. Our fleet is under attack.
I mean, that's giving as good as it gets, actually. I mean, it's quite a, I won't say overpowered, but it's good Titan. It's going to make things a lot easier. But it is going down. Oh, and then one of the later skills on the hand ship is get wedge, and you get to launch Rogue Squadron.
Hostile forces have arrived.
There we go. I'm sorry about that, Mr. Mon Cala.
Forces are being attacked.
Am I sorry though?
Our backup is
Yeah, I kind of am. Sorry.
power surge of
And I've just captured this one, which is also good. So I now want to capture this one, and I've got some fleet capacity. And what will happen is it will automatically sort of like build me a we don't know the thing a new Titan ship, and the thing on this one is there's no limit, so I can keep on building Titans if I so wish, which I think I do wish to keep on building Titans and having them annihilate all the Imperials. There we go. And in that case, just build that.
Comsat has detected inbound hostiles. Pirates are raiding one of our planets. Allied backup.
Right.
A friendly fleet has arrived.
So I quickly rushed to take that and didn't actually finish off any of the building that I needed to do on this one.
A power surge of great magnitude has been detected. A friendly fleet has arrived. Structure complete.
There build multiple cultural centres here, because that will give an additional boost. And eventually, if the culture is too strong on other planets, it will start to undermine and the planets will rebel, which is good. There's another insurrection centre, so let's put that on autocast. Got one that's attacking down here. Annoyingly, it doesn't auto build fighters in these, which is a bit annoying. Right, I am going to get targeted on this one. I can just tell. So I'm moving all of these over there, and what I've set on here is that it's a low engagement or medium engagement range. So what won't happen is, as soon as the enemy hyperspace is in, there won't be a mass rush of all the different ships to go out and greet them. They'll wait until they come near to all the defences before they start engaging. Yeah. There we go. And I think this will be one of my major shipbuilding sites. So I am going to change the industrial specialism of this planet, so it focuses on industry. And I think that's where we'll leave this episode. I'm quite enjoying this. A little bit chattier, sort of like this time. Not so much explaining how to play the game, because, you know, it's not that hard of a game to really learn how to play. But it's just really what my approach to playing it is. I'm quite slow and steady with real-time strategy, which some players find very frustrating when I'm playing up against them, because they just want all-out battles, whereas I like to consolidate, build resources, build that sort of like strength growing outwards, so eventually it becomes inevitable. But I'm quite enjoying it. We've probably got a few more sort of like games left in this sort of like particular match, this particular setup of a game, and then we'll move on to something else. But in the meantime, though, thank you very much if you made it this far. If you've got any suggestions for any future games that you'd quite like to see me cover. Oh, and just to say that, I've got my mediator cruiser here. Excellent. And I, sir, am going to send you over to there, because why not? Right, and before I get drawn into sort of like continuing on playing this game, I'm going to end it there, pick it up next time, and then what we'll do is we'll build onto the links with the other AI there, and then we will annihilate these Imperials on the far right corner here. All right then, take care. Cheers everyone. Thanks. Next time.